Hey, good evening, team. Welcome to week 7. Wow, week 7, our last week of organizational change, OS 430. So, anyways, before we start with anything about what we're covering this week, final papers are due no later than 24 August midnight. Final grades have to be entered on the 26th. So, this will give me the 25th to grade all papers. If you can get your paper to me sooner, that would be appreciated. That goes the same with any missing assignments. No later than the 24th at midnight. All of the instructions for the final paper have been posted. They're posted again in week 7. And if you did that John Kotter step assignment last week, that should have really prepared you for your final paper. Okay? Papers have to be in APA format, at least minimum of 7 pages with references. So that's clear. Okay, so this week we have 2 discussion boards and reading from Kotter and reading from Bridges, chapter 9 from Bridges. Discussion board. So the first one is on John Kotter's Accelerate Your Life. And this is on another reading that's in there. And well, it's Accelerate the Change. And it's about a dual operating system and how to make a change happen quicker and steps that can be combined. So yeah, take a look at that. The next discussion board, and I want you to be a futurist with this. Let your imagination run wild. What do you see the future of medicine being, of demographics in your area, transportation, energy, military, law enforcement? What do you see changes, let's say in the next 10 years? And how could that affect your business? If you did some TED Talk search, and there's some really good futurists out there, and they bring up some really interesting statistics. Like right now, the top 7 of the top 10 positions that are being hired for, we didn't even have 10 years ago. App programmers, that didn't even exist, and that's one of the most in-demand jobs. So how do you train for this, and how do you educate for this? Now, we in education, this is one of the reasons you've been hearing a lot of building critical thinking, building critical reflection, and building leaders in your college education. It used to be, let's say in the 1970s, you would go to school to be an electrical engineer. And that job as an electrical engineer, when you graduated college, would probably be pretty close to what you trained on within your college curriculum, at least for the next 10 years or so. But what we're seeing now is technology is going at such a rapid pace. Let's say you're going for computer programming and you graduate. Well, within a couple of years, the languages that you learned to program in are no longer applicable. They're dead. So what's better to train on? You get, of course, the background knowledge of, computer programming, you get some experience, but it's really to build this growth mindset, right? And if you get a chance, I know we got some educators in here, right? So I just mentioned growth mindset and they're getting excited, right? So anyways, growth mindset, right? A book by Carol Dweck, and I'm sure I pronounced her name wrong, but having a growth mindset means that you are, just what it means. You are continuously growing and learning. And this is, believe it or not, this is revolutionary, this mindset. It wasn't too long ago, let's say 1990s, we thought somebody's ability to learn, their IQ, their intelligence quotient, was set in their adolescent years. That was it. You turned 18, and even if you went to college and you learned a whole bunch of stuff, you weren't really increasing your intelligence. Well, we've proven through neuroscience and brain elasticity that that's wrong. People can increase their intelligence throughout their life. So they have to have this growth mindset to say, I can do this, and the desire to continuously learn, because that's what we need to be, lifelong learners, to keep up with these changes. So I'm going down a tangent. But anyways, that's the discussion, the two discussion boards this week. Think about it. What's going to be changing? How about in food? I keep seeing this stuff about synthetic meat. Oh, kind of grosses me out. And what do you think about that? Are people going to be, is veganism going to spread because that's supposed to be environmentally sound? I remember the statistic that to raise 1 pound of vegetables is equal, it only takes an acre, where to raise 1 pound of meat, it takes like 10 acres, of beef, let's say. Uh, then it's like 2 acres for a pound of chicken, 4 acres for a pound of pork. Yeah, it's something weird like that. Uh, but anyways, yeah, think about that. What does the future hold? Are we going to be eating seaweed? I don't know. Hope not. I was never a sushi fan. Yeah. Okay, anyways, this will be my last video for this course because this is week 7. And I just wanted to say, it's really been a pleasure. You guys have been a really good class. And, I hope you have learned a lot. The change process is really important. And is you can help communicate the change process to upper management on how it's supposed to work. Hopefully, it will be smoother when they start implementing it. And you could then communicate the purpose of the change to other people around you. Okay. So, hey, there's end of course surveys too. Please fill them out. That goes to the college. If you have any feedback that you want to give me directly, feel free to email me or Mike Walter, Professor Walter. I work for him. And, thanks. Really, thanks. So once again, this is Dave, and Dave out.